why. Hi. Um, so the day has begun a long time ago. I left my house around 7:45 and we are currently 12:17. It's been a pretty hectic morning. Let me just back off this camera. Yeah, it's been a pretty hectic morning. I wanted to film a little bit more um, of my day, what's been happening for the past like 3, 4 hours. But I had some students that came in to redo their exams, so I didn't want to film then. And I didn't really want to film while driving because that's not safe at all. Um, so yeah, so far it's going well. Um, I'm just a bit tired. So today is a PD day, which is why I'm alone in this beautiful classroom, correcting, and no one is disturbing me thus far after the students passed. So PD day is when the teachers only are working and then the students are home. So I personally decided to take this P day to let some students redo their exam. So I had scheduled for the students that missed their exam during the past weeks to come today between 10 and 12. And that was a huge sacrifice from my end because this PD day was actually virtual. It's telework. But I told my students that they could come and I will be here. And 3 students came out of like 10, which is fine. They'll have to figure out when they want to retake their exam during the week. They'll have less time because during the week it's during lunchtime, and lunchtime is about 30 to 40 minutes. So they'll have to come to multiple lunchtime to complete their full exams. But at least I offered it. At least I said I would be here, and I was here. Um, so I'll make a quick introduction. I will make a longer or more detailed video into who I am, what I'm doing, what's the purpose of these YouTube videos. But just for today's sake, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the door because I am so scared that another teacher, or worse, my boss, the principal, just walks in and she sees me vlogging and I look like the biggest Gen Z ever. So if you see me looking out the door, that's why. I am genuinely afraid of looking like a Gen Z. Uh, but in brief, I am, how do you call it? Because where I teach is Francophone, so our grades are not the same. So I teach the equivalent of 7th grade, ninth grade, and 10th grade English second language. So that's what I teach. I have 3 levels. I have 6 groups. So I have 3 groups of of 7th grade, 2 groups of ninth grade, and then 1 group of 10th grade. Um, yeah, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So I have about, I believe, if I just average it, it's about 30 times 6. So I have about more or less 180 students, which is a lot. It's not unheard of. A lot of teachers that teach like science or religions or English. We have a lot of groups, so it's not unheard of. What is heavy on me is the fact that I have 3 levels to plan, to correct, to review, to always be on top of my game as a first full year teacher. It's a bit a lot, but I love it. And how do I know that I love teaching? It's just how, like, I'm when I'm doing my job and when I'm doing the smallest or the most unimportant thing, I just smile. That's how I know that I love teaching. Because sometimes I'm just standing in front of my class, my students are all working, and then I just smile because it makes me just so happy to see my students working. Or when I'm grading, even though I have like 600 exams to grade, copies of exams to grade, I still end up smiling just because, I don't know, I'm doing what I've always pictured myself doing, which is a lot. That's a lot to say for me. Um, I have always had doubts of if I was going to end up being a teacher. I'll explain further in a different video, but it took a lot for me to be like, no, I want to be a teacher. I know I'm going to work way harder and be paid way less, but that's what I want to do. And I made the jump, and I am here today. Everything seems sometimes way over my head, and I feel like I'm drowning, but I love it. I love my students, and I really mean that. And I'm pretty sure I intend to stay a teacher for the next 30 years, unless I become a principal at some point, which who knows. So yeah, that's my little break to present myself, just so you guys can catch on and finally understand that who is this person talking to us. Um, I'm happy to meet you. You can call me Miss Marie. You can call me Miss Marie. That's what my students call me. And I'm going to go back to grading because I really want to get some work done before March break. And I will talk to you guys later on to explain more of the purpose of this new YouTube channel. But if you could take a second and like this video and subscribe to support a sister, that would be really appreciated. So why don't you just stop for a minute and like and subscribe so that my little YouTube vlog can spread, and I can have a second source of income, which would really help me. Yeah, so let's do that, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. guys. I'm back home, but I'm also extremely tired. Today was like a, how do I say this? 5-6 of a day, in the sense where we worked from 8:30 to 2 p.m. So that's how I was able to come back home, and I made it at home for about 2:30. So I don't think I can correct anymore today because my head is just very heavy right now, and I'm starting to get a headache. Um, so I think I'm going to relax a little. I took a shower earlier that felt extremely good. And I got time to change myself into something that I personally find more comfortable than what I was wearing at school. Um, so now I think I'll just go in my little living room, and browse on the internet. Maybe watch some Netflix, maybe read a book, and then we'll see if later on I have enough space in my head to correct or plan a little bit more. Though to be honest, I doubt. And Friday evenings are like the only one of the only evenings I have to myself, because I work on Sundays. I don't actually have a job, but at home I start correcting and planning every Sunday. So my only evenings off are really Friday evenings and Saturday evenings. So that's about it. My room is not awesome right now. It's pretty it's not messy, but I just don't feel like showing it. Maybe one day, once I have all of my posters up, I'll give a tour of my very small room. I live at my big sister's house, so I'm occupying her basement, just for the time being, because I have to go back to school to go into teaching. So it's very kind of her to let me live in her basement. Although I am helping with rent, I'm not just living there for free. But yeah, that's that. So I might get more footage of me tonight relaxing, and then I'll probably vlog some more tomorrow. And then Sunday for sure, because I'll be correcting and grading, and then hopefully I'll get to film a video of my road so far into teaching, how I ended up teaching ESL, how I quit my job at the government to become a teacher, how I went from a beautiful apartment to my sister's basement. It's a pretty good story, actually. It's a very motivating story. But I'm hoping that you'll stay along, and watch me become the teacher that I want to be.